should I tune my Range Rover Sport SVR? Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, where you join me on a day which is going to be a lot of fun. Behind me, you can see there is my Range Rover Sport SVR, and this is the car which is subject of today's video. I've owned this car for, well, it must be like a month and a half now. Time is going quickly, and I am loving every single second I drive with it. I bought it from Redline up north, I drove it back down, and I've just constantly been driving it ever since, and it has been wicked. You might have seen recently, I put a Quicksilver exhaust system on this car, and it totally transformed it, made it sound amazing. Actually, I'm going to play some clips of it here. I didn't want to ruin it, I didn't want to totally just go be obnoxious, etc. I was looking for more of the tone, and I'm not sort of one, well, I am sort of one to modify cars, but I don't want to do it if it's totally not necessary. In my mind recently, I've been thinking, what else can I do to this car? And other things in my head which have been coming in, I can't even get my words out today. Get with it, Archie. Is tuning. Can we get this car to have more power? Because recently I did a drag race against the SQ7 and also the G63 AMG, and this didn't do that well. And I was thinking, could we make it quicker? And could we make it also, because these have got a very bad reputation of being very bad on fuel, be more fuel efficient? The man who I'm going to be picking up in this video and who's going to be talking and jumping in and having a discussion with us all is Paul Wallace from Supercars of London. He is the perfect man for this, and yeah, he is. He loves sort of mods and exhausts and everything else, so I'm going to go find him. And you can tell that I've been driving this car constantly because it is filthy already once again. Honestly, just every single day pretty much I have been driving this car. It is just so good. It really is. All the angles I look at it. One thing from the back of here, I noticed that one of my exhaust pipes is a little bit lower than the other. Always all the lights come on. One of my exhaust pipes is a little bit lower than the other, but I will get that sorted. It's not a massive drama. It really, really isn't. But yeah, the SVR has such mega presence, whatever way you look at it. It really, really does. But let's jump in and let's go for a ride. Side steps, will you come out for me, please? Thank you very much. And also, I actually noticed the other day there is a light which comes down here and starts shining. Where is it? Is it on this side? Oh, I can't really see it, but there is a light which comes down and it shines very, very brightly. I've already done a cold start today, so that is not going to be happening. But since the exhaust, it honestly has that grumble now, and whenever you turn it on, it just has a grumbling noise. But let's give it a rev. It's not cold before people think, oh, it's cold. Okay, let's go. And that's like 20%, right? That's like nothing. 30%. You can go louder than that. And I think it's when you go to like 40, a bit louder. And you go like 70. And that is when it kicks in. Is like 70%. Yeah, it's ridiculous. One thing I need to say, this car already has 542 brake horsepower, and you can potentially get more. I'll just leave it there. Anyway, we'll go find him. Right, we are driving my Range Rover Sport SVR, and I thought the perfect man to have a discussion about the future of this car is a man who knows exhaust. Oh, sorry, just gonna tell someone's trying to call me. I hope it's not an emergency. The man who basically is an exhaust expert.
Oh, I am self-proclaimed. No one else has told me, I just tell myself.
Today, we're not just talking about exhaust and all things like that. A lot of people have been asking me many questions. What's going to happen? Am I going to be wrapping it? Because that's usually what happens on this channel. You know, you get an exhaust, you wrap it, and then you sell it. Yeah. But that's not what's going to be happening just quite yet. We're going to be talking about something.
There's going to be a few fuel tanks first. Yeah. Before you sell it.
Yeah. I might have to just get a loan out for the fuel. Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit differently because I have been getting asked questions about whether I'm going to modify things like the engine in terms of tuning.
Liberty Walk, Lambo doors,
things like that.
A wing.
A wing.
Should I put it on more air?
Just lower it even more.
Yeah.
Just things like that.
Yeah.
We're actually not talking about that. We will talk about mods as well, but one of the main things is if I'm going to play around in terms of with the engine and make it even quicker than it already is.
Like a remap?
like a remap.
Yeah.
Because I did that to my Mercedes A45 AMG. I got more power out of that. You've done it with your C63 and things like that, and you get more of experience.
All of the pops and bangs come in your video. Like, you've definitely done that on purpose. We've just done a whole video on my channel about the exhaust, and not one of those explosions out of the exhaust was anywhere near.
Would it be a good idea to start playing around with an engine like this? What are your thoughts?
You know, actually, what you just said there, the A45 versus the C63, are two different types of tuning. So what you did with the A45 was like a ECU remap.
Correct.
And what I did on my C63 was a race chip tuning box. So
yes,
tuning boxes generically are a little bit more generic. I wish I'd read a thesaurus before this video, but they are normally
plug and play.
They're plug and play. They're not necessarily built specifically for the car that you put it on.
Correct.
However, my C63 race chip box was exactly that. Like, they put my car on a dyno and they customized the entire tune
for you.
For me.
Yeah.
When you start doing ECU remaps, you're gonna void the warranty. So
that's the risk.
You're mucking around with quite a fundamental part to the car that is underneath the manufacturer's warranty.
And with a car like this, which they are a little bit more unreliable than other cars,
yeah,
so to speak, you need that warranty.
Yeah, because what you've done with the exhaust system actually is a bolt-on, bolt-off product. So manufacturers still have to validate the warranty.
Yeah, same with the Hurricane.
Whilst your exhaust is out of warranty because you haven't got the bloody product on the car, you can't go to Range Rover and be like,
hey, my exhaust's on fire,
yeah.
Can you help me?
They're like, well, that's not our product, but Quicksilver will provide their warranty for that product.
Yeah.
It works in the same way as the race chip tuning box.
Just tuning boxes, yeah.
Because race chip have their own warranty. It's like a crazy mileage engine warranty. So if your engine blows up with the race chip box on,
you're covered.
You're covered.
Things with tuning, sometimes you're getting more fuel efficiency.
That is a good point, actually.
And with this,
because you need it in this.
Because you need it. Because round town, it really is the worst thing you will ever drive. I probably get.
Have you got a live MPG reader at the moment? It's going to be single figures, but
it literally is 9 or 10. Something like that. It's nothing great.
I did an ECU tune on my R8 when I got the exhaust system. So another important thing to mention is if you do have an aftermarket exhaust system, it's better off that you tune the car's ECU to work better in synergy with the exhaust system that you put on the car, because the ECU from factory is set up to work with the exhaust system that's put on the car from factory.
Yeah.
So if you change that, then you probably should change the ECU. So regardless of whether you want more power or not, it's something that you should consider anyway.
Yeah. Because it is the worst car in terms of fuel efficiency which I've had.
That's definitely a bonus that you get out of it. And I remember doing my fuel efficiency challenges, which I love doing because I was interested in it, but I was just doing them with the wrong car because I drove my R8 from London to Lyon on a tank of fuel. I drove it from London to Edinburgh for Gumball 3000 on a tank of fuel.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to understand what ECU tunes do, and they do give you better economy. But I remember when I tuned my C63, I was getting like 35 mpg back from Germany. I was like, what? Like, normally it's early 20s.
Really?
On the motorway.
Okay, so that really is
a big improvement.
It's a massive improvement.
Yeah.
But these cars, having that, this car especially, is when you get your foot on the throttle.
Undercover cop there.
Undercover cop. When you get your foot on the throttle, there is a slight sort of delay of where that extra, let's say 35, 40 brake horsepower could maybe change the car again.
Yeah.
And it's more responsive. So throttle positioning, especially when I had the A45 tuned, because that's the only car I've effectively tuned, the throttle response is more.
Yeah,
so it's just more something on the end of your foot, which takes about my racing days. But it actually is there, because currently when you drive an SVR, you get your foot down and there's a slight weight and then it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and then it kicks in.
Whereas if it's like, wah, it would change the car. When I drove back from Redline, when I first bought it, I was on a it's actually no, it's 4.5 hours.
It's a long
and
ride.
I had a full tank of fuel, which is roughly about 125 pounds, 130 pounds for a full tank of fuel,
which is a lot.
which is a hell of a lot of money. But I only did half of it.
You getting 400 miles cruising in this car, I was getting, I think I got 500 miles out of my R8, and I also got 570 miles out of a V12 DB11.
Right.
On literally with the DB11, I did exactly that, full tank to 0, and I drove to Inverness.
And just sat there.
Yeah, this car wouldn't do that.
No, but my point saying is me living around
You'd fall short.
I know, but me
Quite far short.
Okay, I've got your point. But me
Probably south of Edinburgh.
correct. You'll be there and I'll still be halfway fueling up. But put it this way, round town and living around London is where this car is the absolute worst. And that is where...
Where do you live?
London. Okay, so what we need to discuss here,
Go on.
should I tune my Range Rover Sport SVR?
I would say yes.
Genuinely yes, not YouTube yes.
Yeah. I would like if we weren't even making videos and you'd put an exhaust system on a Range Rover SVR, you should tune it.
Yeah.
So that the ECU speaks with the new exhaust system.
Could we get more pops and bangs?
Yeah, you probably could actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think you probably could. Well, this is. I definitely think that you can tune in additional pops and bangs, because all it does is it overfuels the exhaust. So.
At that point, it's just carnage.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys that want to fit something like that myself. I'd mess it up in 5 seconds.
What? Did you just suggest that you'd tune the car yourself?
No.
Oh.
People buy tuning boxes and put them on themselves.
Oh yeah,
I would never do that.
You can.
You can. Thank you very much. I've won another point. I've won. You can actually do that.
I just wasn't listening.
So you can do that. I wouldn't be doing that myself. So yeah, get it professionally done and then see what happens at the end. And I actually find it really interesting with graphs and stuff like that, where a car starts, so fuel economy, not only that, but the power output and everything else. I actually think it's really interesting. Just saying.
Yeah.
And you put it on a dyno and you see where it started and where it ended.
It's a cool video when you put a car on a dyno. It looks cool. And the noise that will come out of this car on a dyno,
fantastic,
will be absolutely cracking.
I mean, the scenes would just be incredible.
Just always remember that if you add stripes to the car, like if you were to just put a couple of racing stripes, each one is 15 brake horsepower.
Oh yeah.
So if you were to,
and rear wing,
if you were to tune it, rear wing's more downforce.
Yeah.
But if you were to, considering the exhaust system that you've got plus a remap, that's probably around 60 brake.
Yeah.
Couple of stripes.
Perfect. 100.
90.
Yeah.
Close to 100, I'd say.
Yeah. Racing number.
Yeah, racing number. It helps, doesn't add too much. What?
Just a
tyre rating though. Tyre rating.
500 brake.
500 brake for all 4 wheels combined.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm now back, and that rounds off what has been an awesome day driving around London, talking all things tuning on my Range Rover Sport SVR. You might be thinking you are going mad, or you already were mad, but you're even more mad now. Well, I just think it could be close to 600 brake horsepower, get more fuel efficiency out of it, sort of driving around, well, not necessarily just around town, but on motorways, etc. And it will go very well alongside the new exhaust system which I have on this car. So we will see. Put your comments down below what I should do. Should I do it? Because at the moment I'm thinking, yes, it could be so cool. It really, 600 brake in an SUV, it just doesn't make sense. It already sounds better than a muscle car in my opinion, and it's just a mad car. So put those comments down below. Should I tune it? Get them down there, and I'm going to go through all of them and we're going to get cracking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all very soon.